Hey, what's up? Welcome back to a new video. Shawn's the name, and today I am actually starting my parents' refinance. Why does this matter? Well, I was eating some grub with the old parentals one night, and they were telling me how fed up they are with paying their mortgage payment, and they wish it would just go away. Don't we all, right? Well, I then explained to them how they can pay their home off in half the amount of time. And no, this is not a HELOC or any type of special loan program or anything like that. If you want to learn about what a HELOC is and a special loan program that will take your home mortgage from a 30-year down to like a 5 to 7-year mortgage, you can watch that video linked down below. But what I'm going to be telling you about today is just a strategy, a payment strategy to take your home loan from a 30-year down to a 15-year, or to take a 15-year loan into like an 8-year loan. This is my proven payment strategy for getting out of your mortgage in half the time. All right, so first of all, it's important to note that I'm actually telling my parents to do this. My parents, so you know that it's legit, and I actually do this payment strategy on my own mortgage. Here's the strategy. Press the like button on this video and you'll get your payoff letter in the mail. Just playing around, guys. If you don't know, I am a mortgage lender in Arizona, so I get this question a bajillion times from everyone saying, what's the quickest way to pay off my mortgage? So I figured today, let's make a video on it. Now, I'm also refinancing my parents into a 15-year mortgage. It is not necessary to be in a 15-year mortgage for this. For today's example, I'm actually going to be using a 30-year mortgage example because that's what most people have, including myself, and I figured it'd just be a lot easier to explain it that way. Oh, and if you're wondering if a 15-year mortgage or a 30-year mortgage is right for you, then check the link in the description. I've made a very detailed and awesome video on the pros and cons of a 15-year versus a 30-year. But okay, here's the strategy, all right? Let's take an average loan amount of $250,000, and we'll say an interest rate of about 4.1% for a 30-year term paid monthly, okay? That makes your monthly mortgage payment about $1,200-ish, you know, excluding taxes and insurance. So if you started making payments on January 1, 2019, you'd pay this sucker off on 12/1/2048. That's super depressing. Now, most people do this lazy strategy of paying one extra payment a year, which is good because it makes the graph look like this. And it makes your last payment on 10/1/2044, okay? So it's about 4 years sooner. Not bad, but we're gonna take this a few steps further. If you change your mortgage payment interval to bi-weekly payments instead of monthly payments, right, so you're paying twice a month now, but the amount that you're actually paying is the exact same. So instead of $1,200 once a month, you're now paying $600 twice a month. And if you do that, your last payment will be on 10/1/2044. That's the same date as if we were to make one extra payment a year, which is essentially happening because we're saving about $30,000 in interest payments, right? So when you pay a loan off bi-weekly instead of monthly, the amount of principal that you're paying on that loan is going down at a quicker rate. And while you are saving just a tiny bit in interest payments, it adds up a ton week after week after week after week over the course of that loan. So let's combine the two, all right? If you make bi-weekly mortgage payments and make 2 extra payments a year, remember it's 2 payments of $600, so it's still only $1,200 a year, aka the same as previously, right? So you're now paying your mortgage off on 10/1/2040. That's 8 years sooner than your original 30-year mortgage. But wait, there's more. The last piece to the puzzle is to actually round up. Now, it is incredibly rare. All the mortgages I've been doing, all the estimates, all the quotes, everything that I've been doing, incredibly rare to see a mortgage payment rounded out. Incredibly rare. I don't even think I've seen one yet. So in this example that we use, right, we use $1,200, but the math on it actually makes the mortgage payment $1,208. So my personal strategy is to round that number up depending on how your month went. So if you didn't spend a whole lot of money that month, and let's say you're saving and banking a little bit more than usual, you had a light month on expenses, then I would say, why don't we just make a payment of $1,300? We round it all the way up to $1,300. Or a lot of people will say, well, I don't know, I can't save that much. That's fine. Maybe just make a payment of $1,250 or just do $1,225. I mean, you can always round up. The point is you just want to pay something. Just pay something extra. This is huge. I am telling you, this is huge if you spend a little bit more on your mortgage payment, because if you paid $1 extra on the very first payment you made during your mortgage, over the course of your loan, you would have saved $2.39. That's more than double what you paid at the beginning of the loan, because you're saving so much money in interest by doing that. So if you're thinking about moving some money around, or maybe keeping some money in a practically 0% yielding savings account, think twice about it. By making one extra payment a year, changing your payments to bi-weekly, and by also rounding up when you make your payments, I guarantee you'll be paying your mortgage off in half the amount of time. I'm on track to do so. Now, so are my parents. They're actually gonna beat me to the finish line, because they are now rocking a 15-year mortgage while I'm just rocking a 30-year mortgage. With all that being said though, hopefully you learned something new. I see so many people talk about making one extra mortgage payment a year, but not a whole lot of people talk about bi-weekly payments, and almost no one talks about rounding your payment up, because obviously we don't like to do those things, but I promise you it's gonna be so worth it later down the road for you. If you did learn something new, I would really appreciate it if you can hit that like button on this video, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you've got any questions or you wanna see if a refinance makes sense for you and you're in the Arizona area, I'd love to help you out. Head on over to lending.shawnmalkou.com. Oh, and I guess while I'm plugging everything, you might as well go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all linked down below.